Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Dinosaur Island. We left off with Massacre and Scrapper facing off against Orca, the D-Rex. As Massacre's down, Scrapper charges! Orca lifts his arm, ready to strike Scrapper, but Scrapper is strong and smart and ends up dodging and biting onto his head. Scrapper's biting mercilessly, but Orca ends up shaking him off. Scrapper falls onto the ground and gets up, but Scrapper was punched by Orca's monstrous arms. Orca, in a fit of rage, starts punching Scrapper over and over again in the chest. But suddenly, his fist is forced to a stop. Scrapper caught his fist, and just then, Massacre pushes Orca against the wall, biting his neck, arm, and chest. Orca punched her out of the way. He then turns around and rams Scrapper. He then bites down onto his knee, while Scrapper tries his best to claw at his arm. Orca ends up punching him straight in the face again, grabbing his arm. He then lifts Scrapper up and throws him. Scrapper hits the wall, stunned. Orca takes a little breather, but not before Massacre runs back in, grabbing onto his neck and tearing her teeth into it. With Orca's very long arms, he grabs onto her head and throws her into the ground. He gets back up and punches her. Scrapper gets up and starts to charge at Orca. Before the events that are about to occur, if you don't know, Scrapper grew up on the south side of the island. The south side of the island is mostly a desert, filled with very, very dangerous creatures. Though when Scrapper reached adulthood, he quickly dominated it. Scrapper's infamous sail was also studied, and it was realized that his sail is almost as sharp as a sword. Unfortunately, he grew aware of that, and now uses it to his advantage. Scrapper sees Orca and Massacre. Scrapper's about to do something he's only done once, and he barely pulled it off. As he runs, he puts his head down and leans on it. He flips into the air. Massacre and Scrapper both look at each other. Massacre roars, and then bows her head respectively, deciding to not challenge Scrapper ever again. Scrapper roars in approval at her submission, and then turns his attention back to Orca, who has now stirred awake. Orca has a giant slice through his head. He's bleeding profusely, but that won't stop him. He charges at Scrapper! Massacre decides to prove her devotion by intercepting Orca. Massacre grabs onto his head, biting his neck and face. Orca kicks her, pushing her off of him. But Scrapper enters the fight again, pulling off another wild stunt by jumping onto Orca's back. Orca tries desperately to shake him off, but Scrapper's on there good, slashing and scraping at his skin. Massacre adds on by biting onto his head. Orca's being severely overwhelmed, and he can't do anything about it. His arms won't reach Massacre, and they definitely won't reach Scrapper. But luckily for Orca, he can shake Massacre off, pushing Scrapper down as well. He cocks his arm back, but Scrapper gets up quickly and bites his neck. Scrapper then does something even more wild, picking him up. Scrapper has pinned him up against the wall. But Scrapper isn't done yet. He grabs Orca's arm, lifting him up off the wall. Scrapper's now holding Orca, who is about 15 tons, completely off of the ground. He uses all of his might to throw him onto the ground, completely knocking Orca out. Scrapper moves back to admire his work, while Massacre joins him. They do a roar together in victory. With that victory, Massacre is now the third alpha predator of the island. Thank you for watching this episode of Dinosaur Island. We'll see you all next time.